Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is a real treat. A very rare treat. I'm getting to take the GSX-R750 for a spin. The original GSX-R750 from way back when, way back in 1985. So this bike's older than me, and it's also in better nick than I am. Full floater suspension. Just how we like it. Here we go. Oh, this is terrific. Oh, no, we've got a roundabout here. Which way are you supposed to go around roundabouts in this country? This way, that way. Bit of a brain melt then. We're here for Suzuki's 100th birthday, and I think I'm celebrating in the best way possible. Where are we going? Should we go this way? By taking this for a spin. I said to the Suzuki lads, I said, any chance I can take it for a spin? Expecting them to laugh at me, because it's a display bike. You don't ride bikes like this. And they said, yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Go and get yourself a helmet and take it for a spin. I could not believe my luck. So I quickly got dressed and threw my leg over it before they changed their mind. And I've already fallen a little bit in love with it. I've done about a mile on it. I've got no idea where I'm going or where to go, but to be honest with you, I don't really care. This is an iconic machine. The Suzuki GSX-R750, you know, for 30 years, this was an icon, a bike with a cult following. A one that I can remember growing up thinking, oh, I'd love a GSX-R750. Oh, it's got a bit of a rumble really low down. But once it's rolling, oh, delish. The GSX-R750, you would have to say, has got or has always had an even stronger fan base than the GSX-R1000. It's certainly got a bigger fan base than the GSX-R600, which, you know, both very serviceable bikes in their own right. But there's something special about the 750, and there's something really special about this, the very first 750. Especially when it's as saucy as this. I don't know what I've come this way for. RAF, yeah, I'm going RAF. Can't RAF anymore, I'll topple over. The brakes are a bit spongy, and I don't know if you can see that, but for some reason when I'm braking, I don't know if it's a cable or something, but it's causing the speedo dial to spin round a little bit. Not that it's a problem. Oh, should we go? Oh, bloody Nora! What's going on here? Have we forgotten how to drive? Anyone fancy a blowy? And there's a lot of throttle travel. You feel like you have to have another sort of grab of the throttle, but it doesn't matter because there's something really special about this bike. If you try and give it too much throttle with way up there, if you try and give it too much throttle without enough revs, it doesn't like it. But that just adds to the character of it, if you ask me. This isn't really what I was hoping for roads wise. There must be some more sensible roads somewhere. Come on, I want some real roads now. Give me some clear roads. Give me the roads that this bike deserves. Unsurprisingly, it's a much less racy riding position compared to contemporary sports bikes. You're a lot nearer a sort of sports touring kind of a stance, as was the way for bikes back then. Not that this was a sports tourer back when it was cutting edge. This was the bike to have if you was a sports bike nut. If you had one of these in 1985, oof, you would have got all the girls. You'd be drowning in vaginal juices. You just got to be gentle with it. But that's what it's all about. That's what riding bikes is all about. Being gentle. I've always said riding a motorcycle is a lot like making love to a beautiful woman. Or an ugly one. You gotta caress them, you gotta feel what they want. It's a skill that can't be taught. You've either got it or you haven't. Unfortunately, I haven't got it on either count. But I've been told a lot about it. Oh, it even smells like a classic superbike. This is the full experience. This is immersive. This is an immersive, multi-sensory experience. I can feel the warmth, I can smell it, I can hear it, I can touch it, I can taste it. Who wants to taste it? I want to taste it. I want to eat it for breakfast. Eat me. Bend me over and eat me. Are we going? Oh, what's script here? I'm gonna boil the thing over sat here like this. Are these traffic lights broken? That's better. Well, I'm sorry this test ride's been a little bit pedestrian, but I don't really know where I am. We're in Cardiff somewhere, or in the Cardiff area. I wish I knew where to find some proper roads, but I don't, and I've tried to have a look on a map, and I'm in a bit of a rush because it's getting on for 5 o'clock and they need this bike back to put it on display for the next group of journalists that are coming to celebrate Suzuki's birthday. Don't you be flashing him out when I'm coming along. That's how accidents happen. Right, I'm going to try this one. I'm going to try this road, see if it's any better. Well, this is a nice town, but I think I'm going to head back because I'm only going to get more and more and more lost. So, and before long they're going to start worrying where their bike is. It's certainly a very pleasant bike to ride in this sort of a setting. Brakes are a little bit squeaky and a bit spongy and soft. Nothing that's spoiling my ride. It's fairly softly suspended. It rides the bumps fairly well, but if the ripples, but if the big lumps or bumps, you do get a bit of a jolt. But it's 35 years old, more than that. I think I've got something crawling around in my ear. My ear, not my rear. Yes, finally some reasonably open roads. Well, they're not that open, but they're the best I've had. Whoa, you fighter. I mean, even just from being able to open the throttle up a couple of times like that, it's easy to see how this bike inspired a generation of sports bike fans. 30 years worth of cult following almost. It's a special bike. I'm not going to give you the whole spiel about how powerful it is, or how smooth the engine feels, or how agile or stable it is, because, you know, it's none of them things really compared to a modern bike. But what it is special. It's got character. It's got something that, you know, a lot of modern bikes don't have, and that's that X factor, that thing that makes you want to ride bikes. That thing that makes, or that thing that's made most people get into bikes in the first place, that excitement and that thrill. I'm loving riding this bike. If you parked up a brand new GSX-R1000 next to this and said, right, go and enjoy yourself, I'd be more than happy to ride this. We all know that, you know, I'm probably preaching to the converted. The reason that a lot of people will be watching this video is because you know how exciting these bikes are and you already love them. But my goodness, I love them too now. Am I still rolling? Yep. They see me rolling, they hating. I've got to beat Mr. Transporter off the line and get into that lane. Oh, I pissed it. Oh yes, yes, that is beautiful. That engine is smashing. I can only apologise for the fact that that test route was a little bit, it was less than inspiring. But this bike is inspiring. In fact, as I said, it's been an inspiration to sports bike fans for 30 years. A generation of sports bike fans have got into sports bikes because of this bike and because of bikes like it. It really is special, and what a privilege to be able to ride an original GSX-R750 in such beautiful nick. I'm honoured. Thank you, Suzuki, and happy birthday.